Face having ass. Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Eric Peoples back again with another review, and this time, it's Monday, so it's Gotham. But this one is it's a little different because this is the first mid-season finale review that I'm doing. Um, yeah, a lot happened in this episode. Um, I'm gonna do things a little bit differently this time. I'm just gonna go out and just say I gave this episode a pretty solid 4. 4 out of 5. It was really, really action packed as going to be advertised. But basically, the episode starts off with Catwoman basically trying to get Brewster to come out into Gotham. And next thing you know, bam, out of nowhere, these assassins just come into Wayne Manor, which is like, how the hell do you do that? Because what you got to understand is, from my understanding of Batman lore, Wayne Manor is like right outside of the outer limits of Gotham. It's in Gotham City, but it's like a suburb almost type thing. It's the Palisades, and basically it's like acres of land that you're gonna have to get to. The next neighbor to Bruce would be literally miles away. So I don't know. That just seems kind of crazy, but um the assassin, there was a lead assassin there, and I'm going on record right now. They never gave her name out. They just said that this assassin's out with this, with that. I'm calling it right now. You heard it here first. It's Lady Shiva. It's a young version of Lady Shiva. And for those of you guys who aren't acclimated into the comic book world, Lady Shiva is the baddest chick in the DC universe, bar none. When it comes down to human on human combat, she beat Batman. Okay, she beat Batman, which most characters in the DC universe who are human can't do that. Batman beat most of them. She beat Batman, and like pretty convincingly. She did it in the old continuity of the books, and she does it in the new 52 variation of the books. She is a badass. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, she is the right hand of Ra's al Ghul. She has ties to the League of Assassins. She's a badass. You get a chance to see a little badassery with her. I would have liked to see a little bit more, especially since you introduced her. She should have had the edge on both Alfred, who, which I told you guys that we were going to see that there was so much more to this Alfred than what you do from the movies, and you get exactly that. I mean, he's popping motherfuckers. He's like James fucking Bond in this episode, man. Whoever the actor is, I gotta find out these guys' names. He acted his ass off in today's episode. Well, tonight's episode, shall I say. I mean, he was like fucking James Bond, man. He was gonna get his fish patties and shit and all that good shit, man. Yeah. But we're gonna get into all that. This video might be a little bit longer because this is a special theme with the mid-season finale. So yeah, the assassins come in, Alfred's putting boots to asses, and Catwoman and I say Catwoman, but Selina and Bruce get out of the house, and they, basically fled into Gotham, and they're continuing their interaction and kind of filling each other out, and that she keeps flirting around with her with the kiss thing or whatnot, and ultimately Alfred gets grazed by one of the shooters because they're there for not Bruce, but they're there for Selina. So they're trying to figure out, like, how the hell did they know that Selina was there at Wayne Manor? Because no one else knew other than, the immediate circle, which kind of is really reminiscent to the Christopher Nolan movie, The Dark Knight. How, they wanted to keep things in a small circle so that things wouldn't get loose. The less people knew about the operation, the better. and you still kind of you get those flashes in this episode. Harvey Dent is in it again, and Jim is like pissed because now both of these kids' life is in danger because of the pressure that they put on that one CEO who they believed had the Wayne's murder. But it turns out that there's something more. The Wayne's murder is still nowhere near close to being solved in even by the mid-season finale. So that's probably something that will be resolved at the end of this season. And but he has these files that someone in Wayne Enterprises took out stocks because they knew that something bad was going to happen at the Wayne Tech stocks was going to fall, so they took something out. And of course, Lady Shiva comes in and puts Boost to asses again, and it's just so many loose points that I know that they're ultimately trying to set up for, but they kind of leave a lot open. We even get introduced again to Pepper Ivy, which is supposed to be the young variation of Poison Ivy, and she's socially awkward, freckled face, ginger haired young lady, and you get the vibe that she's kind of jealous of Selena. And she kind of looks at Bruce like, "Oh, he's cute," and Selena, kind of just pulls him away. And in that sense, she kind of just looks at, it's like almost like, well, why does everybody always like her, type thing. It's like being that ugly duckling. Like, why can't and I understand where she's coming from because I felt the same kind of way when I was younger. Like, damn, why is it that these motherfuckers can always get motherfuckers, but I can't? So it's like she's going through that socially awkwardness right now, but eventually she's going to start, becoming a woman, and she's going to learn how to use her femininity to her advantage, and of course she'll be a botanist, genius, basically genius level botanist, and be able to make concoctions, and hell, she might even be able to control plants by the time if they go down that path with the story. So yeah, they show her briefly. We get added there briefly because of the effect of that CEO getting murdered, and ultimately because of that, the mayor is forced into a situation where he has to sweep things under the rug, but Jim is ultimately held responsible for it. And the mayor basically, shows his teeth a little bit in this episode because he has both Dent and Gorton in his office, and he says, Gorton, you don't understand that there's a fine line that you must learn to go. You're just half cocked. You're just trying to, you know, play Lone Ranger, but Dent kind of understands that there's that line. That's because Dent has Two Face inside of him. That's the reason why, But because you get a glimpse of that in the last week's episode, and ultimately, that comes to a conclusion in which the ending. Spoiler alert! If you ain't seen the episode yet, sorry. Shut the video off now if you don't want to know. But ultimately, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, too late. He goes to Arkham Asylum. He is relocated out of the GCPD and he is sent to Arkham Asylum to work there. Yes, he is in Arkham. Yeah. So, um, also going along with those lines, what happens with Catwoman is that, of course, Lady Shiva gets back underneath, back on their trail. And Selena and Bruce are trying to pawn off some stuff to try to get some cash and try to check out Alfred. And it was a really nice scene with her and Bruce where she was trying to like get rid of Bruce, and Bruce kind of was like, "No, I need you to, for my parents' murder. And she's like, just fuck off, basically. And she's scaling the rooftops, and he chases after her, and he makes the jump, but he nearly kills himself. And so she was like, okay, since you feel that way, you'll have to go do what I say. You have to do what I do. And Bruce gets the chance to really be out of the shelter life of Wayne Manor and see how Gotham really does work in a sense. And I believe that was really, really important. I thought that they were going to use the League of Assassins. Like I said, I believe that was young Lady Shiva. I really believe that they were going to use the League of Assassins. And that would have been something interesting for Bruce to see very early in his life that, these elements exist, and the high training skills that they have that will be a necessary tool for him getting older and eventually doing what he wants to do is eventually becoming Batman. But yeah, it was just a really good episode with a lot of foreshadowing. But like I said, you wanted to see Alfred kick ass, you got to just see Alfred kick ass. Penguin is still turning those screws, but things are catching up with him in a sense because he doesn't have all the questions. He doesn't have all the answers yet because Falcone pulls his card and he says, "Hey, who in Maroni's camp knew about my money being in that one safe house?" And it wasn't Sal Maroni. It was Fish Moody, if you guys remember. And Penguin's like, whoa, 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 what are you talking about, man? We all good. If something would have went down, I would have let you know. And then here comes the mole, the real mole of the group, and she comes in and she kind of looks at Penguin and instantly just has like this look on her face, and he tells her to go away for a minute, with the tea or whatnot. And Penguin is like, oh no, we know where the mole is. We know where the mole is. So yeah, it's so much going on in this show that it's crazy. So far for the mid-season finale, like I said, I gave this a 5. I gave the series so far after, I think it's like 7 episodes, 8 episodes now. I gave it a solid. I gave it a solid 3.5. That's not saying that it's bad or anything like that. It's just that a lot of the times the pacing just wasn't there. But as we got closer to the mid-season finale, it just turned up. So it comes back in January. We're going to get introduced to Leslie Tompkins. We're going to be introduced to so many elements of Arkham, which I believe Hugo Strange will be involved. They've already said the Scarecrow. Well, he probably won't be Scarecrow, but Jonathan Crane will be involved. Leslie Tompkins was a friend of the Waynes, and she ultimately, she's one of the very few people that knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman, all that good stuff. Very close personal friend. And it's going to be a lot of interesting things. I'm expecting to see so much Batman foreshadowing. It's going to be crazy, and ultimately, it looks like things are really going to get turned up with the whole mob situation because looks like there's a new player in town that wants Falcone dead, not just Fish or Maroni. There's somebody else in there, and Falcone had a really cool scene where he popped the guy. They're sitting down for dinner and he shoots the guy in his head and the guy's head is in the, noodles and shit. And he was like, basically talking about loyalty or whatnot. And it's going to get interesting, guys. So I know I ran a little bit long on this video, but if you like the show, you don't mind. And hit me in the comments if you want to know anything. I might have some answers too. I could do some research for you. Or if you just want to chat about it, hey, let's chat about it. I don't mind. Of course. Hit like if you liked it. Hit dislike if you didn't like it. But let me know what you did like about the video, and I might incorporate your idea to it. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the next installment for The Flash. And yeah, man, subscribe for more videos. I've been doing this for all this year as far as these fall shows have been. Hope to see you soon, guys. See you tomorrow.